Greetings. Today what we're going to do is we're going to trim the goji berry, and we're going to try to get the cuttings going in the backyard. I also wanted to show you this right here. This is the beginning of the Mucuna, and as you can see I've got it so that it's starting to climb. It doesn't take much encouragement whatsoever. You just point it, connect it to anything that's will allow it to grow higher, and it will climb. And over here I've just tied to a rock. You might see right there I put a little twine around a rock, and then I just touched the little reaching vine, and it's starting to climb. So these over here, here's one right over here that needs a little help. I'll do that one today. And then of course here's one too. But as you can see, some of these are already starting to climb. Here's one that found the main trunk, and it'll climb. So the next thing you know, it'll be all the way up to here. And then, like last year, it'll be growing. But it's starting to take off, and I'm just giving a little bit of help. But today's, and then over here's the Comfrey. It's not easy to grow in Arizona, but and it takes a beating in the sun. But this gets a lot of shade during the day, along with my worm pile there. All right, here we go. It's about May 28th, 29th. As you can see, the Mucuna Pruriens are growing nicely, and they've already found the rope, and hopefully they'll go up there and do its thing. I've got about 10 of them connected with these little rocks. I tie the end to the rock and run the twine up so they have something to, like a little terrace twine, as you can see right there. So I'm pretty happy with that. Comfrey gets hit with sun every day, and I have to water it religiously. It'll pop back by the end of the day, but I'm going to have to do something to cover it. But as you can see, it's starting to do well. And here is the goji berry plant, and as you can see, there are some flowers, and hopefully that will turn into some goji berries this year. You can see the little bead there forming, hopefully. And we'll see some berries. I've been having a problem with powdery mildew, so I've been spraying it with this borax water solution. And it seems to be holding it back quite a bit. Although you can see a ton of powdery mildew there. But I think it stopped it. Of course, the broccoli's kicking butt. I clipped it so that it would stop bolting. Every Sunday I take whatever's growing on it and make a salad out of it. So once it's done trying to bolt for the year, then it'll grow, keep growing throughout the rest of the year. These are probably about over 2 years old. So everything else is doing well. And here, this is about the time we planted this plant last year. As you can see, there's flowers galore still. We're not even at the beginning of June. This is when I planted this last year. And we've already gone through, we've already created a bunch of pods. Here you can see a really big one right there. And as they dry, I pull them down. Yeah, like here's an example of a dried pod. Comes off nice and easily. Mr. Bee, the bees love this stuff. It smells like you wouldn't believe. Being pollinated right and left, tons of new pods forming. smells so wonderful. Some moringas don't smell hardly at all, but these you can smell them from 50 feet away. And as you can see, they can get really long, and it's growing all over the place. Here's one that looks like it's ripe for picking. Yep, see how easy that comes off? So we're getting close to the end of the pods. And we're seeing a lot of ones. Well, we got some that are still hanging on from last year. Sorry, moving the camera too fast. And then these guys, which I thought would never flower, have got some pods going. Those are pretty tall. And the bees love this stuff. They don't seem to be distracted. And then over here are some dried pods that were still green before, and I've been drying them out. So I need to and then here's a bug that does not belong on my house. Here's the foti, the Shou Wu, still kicking butt. And the lavender and the rosemary, they're all doing well. You got aloe vera. And that's it.